met so far? How many big interviews have you got?
22.
22. How many do you hope to get? Why 50?
Round number.
Just a round number. Any other reason why? Is that the minimum number you'd need for a decent sample?
Yeah.
Right. And what about the people you've interviewed? Have you got anyone interested?
Yeah, one from Australia, one from the Netherlands.
Australia?
Yeah.
Yes. And anyone who's refused? Said, I haven't got time for your sort of...
Yeah, one. We only had a couple of minutes. Just went in the cafe.
And what's the object of the whole thing? What are you trying to do?
Tourist influence of Keswick.
The tourist sphere of influence of Keswick. Have you any impression of how big that is? Netherlands to Australia. What about, are most people from around here though?
Most from up north. But...
From up north. More from up north than down our way. I see. And where are you going to go now? The Moot Hole. Is that a good place for a... You're recording at the moment.
Uh-huh.
You've got a big head, Andrew.
Meals, really, very reasonable up here.
It looks like they've had enough face on.
So where are your results? And this is a rough, it's a blank one here. So where's the one you were using? You've been using?
We haven't put anything on the maps.
You haven't put anything on the maps at all. So how far have you dated them?
Well, we haven't, because we don't know how to date them. We've got some dates and we've got some dates.
Well, the best thing to do is to obviously start here at the Moot Hall, all right? And you should be able to know the age of that, find it out, yes. Now,
it's about 16.
okay, now if you look at some of the other buildings, we can see what I'm getting at. Cut. Come here. Clearly Georgian.
Friars of Keswick, that's Georgian as well.
Georgian. Lloyd's Bank, that's Georgian. In fact, the whole of that block is Georgian.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Right, now if you come onto the other side of the road...
This is something, when he says it's Georgian, what about them when you're finding the sides?
Now these ones, some of these have got Victorian fronts, particularly Bartlett's Bank.
Yes, and the oasis just round here, favourite haunt of Thurstable people, has been...
That's again got a Victorian front.
That's right, and of course Woolworths doesn't fit in at all.
Can you explain to us a little bit further about how you discover
Right.
the front, and also when you go around the side, there's different buildings here, so obviously the fronts have just been faced.
Well, these ones here, you can tell these are Victorian because they've got sash windows and they're oblong windows, and there's also decoration along the top.
Yeah, so
Also, the roofs are quite steeply angled, which is again something the Victorian builders went in for.
Some of them, I'm told, are in fact Victorian facades on older buildings.
Right, well, let's go see if we can find one of those, all right?
hello, everybody.
What is it exactly that you are recording, girls?
We're recording how people have travelled here today
say by when they come past, we ask them questions like, are they shopping here? What's the name of the town or village?
Any particular problems that you've come across?
Some people are in too much of a hurry and don't want to.
Would have sent you, but they've never shot one of the three.
Any particularly interesting people who you've met?
We had one from Australia and
One from Witten?
yeah.
Yeah. Has anyone been nasty?
No.
Most people are quite friendly.
Yeah, they just said that they're in too much of a hurry.
And what is the exact study that you're both trying to do?
A shop survey to compare shops up here and down there.
Shops in Keswick and shops in Tiptree. Thank you.
Then I'm going to find things as you go further out, you're going to find other buildings. You're going to start to spot whether they're modern or late Victorian or interwar.
Because when we was coming down Southern Street,
Yeah.
yeah, they're like the square houses.
Yeah, they're basically post-war. But it might be worthwhile, when you look at these houses, I think most of these are in fact going to be, a lot of those are going to be Victorian. There's people like to be Victorian most of this here.
What about where they use
This,
slate, and how are you going to tell the modern house? Because some of them
use that green colour.
Yeah.
you've got to look for other evidence. You've got to look for the chimney pots. You've got to look at the type of windows they've got in there. You've also got to look at the type of styles on the houses. There's level down there. The modern effect. Look down here. This house was made. They look like Victorian cottages. Oh yes, these are going to. They have to because of the building regulations.
Yeah, how have you got on then? What have you been doing? Yeah, traffic sensors doing what? Was there anything more surprising? Because I mean, I'm only an art teacher, so tell me what the purpose of this survey is. I mean, what are all these little tally marks for? Coming into Keswick? Going out?
Let's go. How many cars are there going out?
So which point did you do this?
Main Street.
Down the main street. Well, just before you're going round the corner?
Yeah.
We've done it for half an hour.
You did it for half an hour? And what about now going into Keswick or coming into Keswick? And how many was that?
That's less. We're all going out.
All going out and coming in?
So they probably covered more than you.
What do you think of Keswick compared with Tiptree then?
It's bigger. There's a lot
It seems a bigger place. You don't think it does?
When you run the traffic service, what other times are you doing?
No, you're doing like the traffic. What else have you found while you're here?
No, we don't.
What have you found out so far?
It's pretty dear compared to the shops in Tiptree.
What, is that an individual item you're doing? Or? Why is
The
that?
overall thing's a bit dearer. Any idea why that is?
Is this the only big...
Not yet. No idea at all at the moment. Well, by the end of the week, hopefully you'll have got some ideas as to why things are a bit dearer up here.
Okay, there you are. All right.
Well, what have we here? What's going on here? I thought you meant to be out there working. You have been busy. Busy drinking cups of coffee too? That's absolutely nothing. We've only got 250 interviews. Well, just hang on a moment. Perhaps you could explain a bit more about what you've been doing. So, what is it you have been doing then this morning?
Well, we've been surveying buildings to find their type, the number of floors, the use on each floor, the age and the materials used.
And how have you got on?
We've found quite a few results.
Yes, we've done very well. And we've noticed that virtually every house is slate, and we quite easily.
Any particular problems have you come across?
Reading the tables, which we record it on a table.
So when you get back to the hostel, you have to sort that out, do you?
Yes, takes a while.
Are you comparing this with another town?
We'll compare Keswick, Tipbury and Penrith with Witham.
Because Penrith and Witham you think are fairly similar, do you?
Yes, they're about
Right. What do you hope to do later on this morning, or this afternoon?
Well, we'll finish what we're doing, and then we'll go down to the library and write up our results.
come back and have another cup of tea, yeah?
Come back and have another cup of tea.
So you think another cup of tea would be justified by then?
And perhaps a donut and that as well.
This place has a good reputation for donuts, does it?
And scones.
Custard tarts in Ambleside are the best.
Right, so this field trip is a sort of a mixture of custard tarts, donuts and a bit of building survey.
Yeah, and in Penrith, summed it up, Penrith.
Summed it up. Local.
We've been working as a group. What exactly does that mean?
Yeah, well, what it does is we split up into two groups and we go each side of the road and we do the questionnaire on both sides of the road.
One recording and recording out the information.
So what's the benefit of working as a group like this?
You get more results quicker.
And
You can find more out because you can do it quicker because you've got one person working on one side of the street, one working on the other side of the street, and then you just compile your results when you come to the end of the day.
And what about when you actually write it up at the end? How are you going to show who did what? Have you thought about that problem?
We can tell different handwriting.
So in your own final write-up, I mean, it's going to be your individual work. Are you going to write down that you did that particular work or what?
Yeah, we go and also say that other people have helped us.
Okay.
So it doesn't look.
Right, Graham, I'm told that the whole reason for this field course for you is to come up and check the custard tarts. You know, is that correct?
Yes, that is. Yes.
And what comments have you got to make about the standard of the custard tarts on this particular field
I
course?
think ever so nice, and I don't think anywhere else can touch them.
This is Keswick ones, or is it
Ambleside
Ambleside?
ones, exactly.
Ambleside ones in particular. What about Keswick ones? Are they second in the list?
I haven't had one yet, but they look quite nice.
Yeah, I have. They're nice as well.
So in your surveys of custard tarts, Ambleside's got a 5-star rating.
Yes.
Anywhere else?
I do some nice ones in Colchester, but I know it's good.
Right, thank you.
Last is in Colchester.